Dalhart, Littlefield, Guillermo Davila. 70-yard touchdown run. Dalhart getting it done on the ground again. We know their offense. They like to put it on the ground, and they do it successfully. Littlefield, number 20. Sorry, we don't have your name, buddy. 15 yards out. Big gain for him. Dalhart. Got to wrap up, boys. Got to wrap up. Third quarter. Let's fast forward. Same score. Littlefield, quarterback number 10 to number 22. We'll hand it off to him. 5-yard touchdown run. Dalhart falls in this one. Still waiting on a score from that one.
We did get it, but we know that Littlefield won the game. There it is.
There we go. There we go. Dalhart losing by 1. Gets edged by Littlefield. River Road, White Deer. The Wildcats looking for another victory. Let's go first quarter, no score. Number 44 for White Deer. A nice run for the big man. Then it's 44 again. Stopped in the backfield this time by Hunter Bryce. Some defense by River Road. Let's get him on offense. Cale Norman to Jesse Rice. A big gain for the Wildcats. Then it's Norman again, looking for his favorite target. Rice with a great catch. Buddy fumbles. Recovered by Sean Roper. Roper with the stiff arm. Roper with another stiff arm. Gets brought down. Let's go to your final score. River Road, though, they lit it up after we left. 46-6. Big victory for the Wildcats.
Pampa on the road in Vernon, and Vernon is your big winner in this one. 41-0, the Harvesters fall. In that one, Salina Perryton. Perryton falls. Salina 59-0 winners. All right, Matt, let's come back here, and I'm going to assume that we're still waiting on the Palo Duro video.
Still waiting.
So we'll get that in just a little bit.
We
got Palo Duro. Let's go to Palo Duro. We'll show you that video right now, Dons fans. And Friendship, a big-time matchup. Friendship lost to Amarillo High here. They're ready to get some revenge as Palo Duro goes there. They're still a top-ranked team. There you see a fun little graphic that we don't have for anybody else. Our friends from Lubbock getting this game for you. And we'll start you off with Malik Sims lateraling it. Friendship covered. This was a controversial play. They called a lateral. It certainly looked like a forward pass, and that's where the momentum in this thing changed for the rest of the game. Palo Duro was in business. Here's the point swing we talked about. Trevor Lloyd then connects with Jared Mannon for the touchdown. That cut the Palo Duro lead to 4 at 21-17, and Friendship ended up taking the lead. So a little controversy down in Wolfforth. And your final, Friendship, your winner, 45-41. The Dons, a tough loss, Matt, but we saw them play extremely well on the road. They were in control for much of that game. So a tough loss, but I think they can take a lot of positives out of it. They're not going to be happy about the loss.
No.
But in the end, maybe that's a playoff preview. Everything's okay. You get him, and we'll see what happens. But the Dons fall.
Steve Parr was fired up after that.
Oh, man, that call, I was reading about it on Twitter. That was just such a
momentum shifter.
A momentum shifter, and everything that I read tended to agree with Coach Parr on that play. So that's a tough one to swallow, but you know what? He'll sit there, and I guarantee you tell his team we can't allow 45 points anyway.
No.
So tough defensive day for Palo Duro. They were getting it done on offense, but they fall. A tight win, their first loss of the year. We're not too worried about the Dons. Now let's go to our game of the week. We decided to go small school. All these big-time matchups.
We did.
But we saw one that jumped off the page. That's undefeated 2A Spearman.
4-0.
Going to Panhandle, who's 2-2 but been playing a tough schedule with one of the more high-powered small school offenses we've seen. Tyler Hall runs
been there forever.
And he's a great quarterback. So we're excited about that one. It's our game of the week, and as close as we expect it to be, the fans feel the same way, but Panhandle with the edge. 52%.
It's got to be the home field advantage.
52%, that's right, 4% on home field, so pretty much a draw there, but fans think Panhandle. Let's take you to it, our game of the week.
Game of the Week, brought to you by Popular True Value.
Let's get to action. Second quarter, 29-0. The Panthers up when we get there. But Jake Willman to Keegan Breeden. Huge game. Then it's Tanner Baird. He punches it in the end zone. 29-6. Panhandle up. Spearman not laying down. Tyler Hall looking for Logan Lamberson. A nice game, tough running. And then Hall. Every good quarterback has a good tight end, and look at Zach Barry, the big man. We've called his name every week. Tough to bring him down by yourself. Fighting for those tough yards, and it's Lamberson. takes it up the middle, gets around the outside, and gets into the end zone. 35-6 Panhandle at that point. 55-12 Panhandle. Their offense erupts in this game, getting a tough victory at home against an undefeated Spearman team. Canadian, Bushland, 2A matchup. Huge. Ben Arbuckle to Marcus Trevino. And look at Trevino with the nice finish at the end of that play. Let's go to the very next play. It's Arbuckle. Bushland showing some defense. He gets sacked by David Riley. We've seen him. We've talked to him. Second quarter, Arbuckle looking for number 30. Getting upfield, gets him within field goal range. We don't show field goals a whole lot, so you know something happened. It gets tipped, it gets shanked. We're not sure, but we do know that it wasn't good. However, that didn't stop Canadian from scoring more points after that. 41-24, the Wildcats, a big victory on the road in Bushland.
How about Dimmitt? The Bobcats undefeated. Heading to Slayton, though, always a tough test in the third. Tigers, Bryce Whaley takes it in for the touchdown, and they go up 14-6. More Tigers offense here, this time a field goal. And I'm not sure how it went 14-18, but it did apparently. We got 18-6 at that point. Slayton goes on to win this thing 30-6, your final. So Dimmitt, we'll see if they can bounce back after their first adversity of the season. Lubbock Roosevelt and Friona. Second quarter, 7-0 at this point. Brad Stowers, the quarterback, going to be sacked by the Eagles defender. It's number 22 for Lubbock Roosevelt. We didn't have any names for those guys, but some good defense either way. Roosevelt now 15. How about some defense for Friona? A sack. Michael Garcia for the loss. Nice job there by the Chieftains. And then Friona gets it back on offense. Stowers, the quarterback, keeps it himself. You're not going to sack him this time. Takes it back around the right side. There's a flag on the play, but it was against the defense because that's a touchdown on the play.
Prokop's offense starting to take effect out there.
14-0 Friona. Here's Stowers again, but he's going to share it this time to Sawyer Osborne. Up the field for a big gain on the play, and Friona with a big win over Lubbock Roosevelt. Your final 35-14.
Groover, Highland Park. If you didn't know Dax Hyatt before, you're about to learn a lot about him. He takes the handoff and gets up the middle. A nice tackle by Trent Morgan.
You know what, Matt? That's a hit of the week candidate.
That is a hit of the week candidate. Hyatt, this time punching it in. 10-0. Groover with the lead in the third quarter. Let's go further into the third. Same score. It's Hyatt. Tough running. Man, why not give it to him again?
I think I know what Groover's game plan was in this game.
Hyatt.
Yeah.
Nice touchdown right there. Followed his blocker. 17-0. Greyhounds at that point, they would go on to win by a final of 29-0. Hyatt, the man of the hour in Highland Park. Abernathy, Sanford Fritch, homecoming. We had quite a few of those today. Let's go third quarter. Abernathy already up in this one, 27-6, when Garrett Royal looks for Cassius Cunningham. A nice 20-yard gain. Then later, it's A.B. Cantu as he muscles into the end zone for a touchdown, 34-6. Abernathy at that point, they would get one more score on the board and win by a final of 40-6.
All right, let's take you to Alpine and Muleshoe, down in Muleshoe, making the long drive. Our man Quinn had the long assignment this week. First quarter, no score. Caleb Wood to Junior Baca, who takes it into the end zone for the touchdown. Mules. More Muleshoe. Caleb Wood. Seen some good Wood quarterbacks out in Muleshoe. This time he's going to toss it to Junior Baca on a nice little play there.
A lot of Baca in this one.
Well, just there at the end. Nice job by Wood. He takes the big hit, but it pays off as Baca takes it up the field for a nice gain. More Baca here on a more direct handoff, and he's going to take it into the end zone for the touchdown. But wait a minute. You never want to see it. Dirty laundry on the field. It was brought back. So you know what? Wood decides to toss it. Austin Ross into the end zone. They score anyway. Muleshoe gets a big win in this one. 55-14 is your final over Alpine. Childress and Quanah, a score from Quanah. Childress, your winner, 31-12 over the Indians. Winners in Boys Ranch. Winners, the Blizzards. How about that? 15-13 winners. A tough loss for the Rough Riders Matt, and we do want to say something here as we learned that the Amarillo High family had a little bit of a tragedy today. Athletic trainer Bruce King passed away, so our thoughts go out to the entire Amarillo High community as well as his family. And it's a sad day on the campus there, and we'll see if the Sandys can respond for him. I know that they'll be feeling that loss tomorrow.
Sandys will play some heavy hearts down in Snyder, and maybe we'll provide them some extra motivation to get a win for Mr. King and push them further along in their season and their success that they've seen this year.
We'll be back on the wrap-up.